Test 1, 2, 3. I guess it works. Wait, you were waiting for me? How'd you know? I have no idea what I'm gonna make. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I did comment about that.
Wherever they run, I will find them.
I just got home from work. Just worked like 10 hours, so I just want to relax and make lineups. Yeah, I was talking to a friend too about doing lineups like live stream and like having people join to like just think about what to make. You know what's gonna suck about this is half the time my lineups is I'll be doing someone else's lineup, like learning it, and then like I'll randomly get an idea just flying around. Like I'll be working on like a lineup that has nothing to do with what I make, and it'll just come out like, and I'll post a video. Oh, like montages, like full length ones. I don't honestly. I don't play enough to. I think I'm talking to the team. I could. I would just have to play a lot more. I mean, I have clips. I have like dozens of clips, but I feel like I'm only plat. My peak was diamond. I always feel like they're not good enough, and I only want to have show off like lineups that I make. So like I have a lot of clips where it's like cool shock darts or kills that it's someone else's lineup, which I don't mind showing. It's just it feels like it should be original. So, and like not every chance, since most of my lineups are situational, it's always hard to
30 seconds left.
Get like the best clip for it.
My ult is ready.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was turning off. Alright. So my idea right now. Dude, my aim used to be garbage. Like, Valorant is my first competitive PC, like, FPS game. All the other FPSs I've played on here would be, like, just RPG shooters. So I had to learn how to aim, which sucked. I don't know what I want to do. I was thinking, I don't know if you saw the one video where I would do a double shock. So let's say I'm trying to defuse here, and this door's closed. I've been doing Kovacs though. I have like 200 some hours in Kovacs, and I'm maybe like 40 hours on aim lab. So I've been trying to get better. But my aim is what's holding me back, and my game sense. Like, there's a lot of times I'll die from behind when I should have like realized there was a flank coming, or like I'll run with my knife out around the corner and there's someone there waiting for me when I'm like trying to do a lineup. It's like, oh, I didn't realize they were there. I would say half of it is game sense, the other half is they're the better aimers. But game sense, it's, yeah, I don't play enough competitive. because I'm always like testing lineups on unrated. So my game sense is great at unrated because like everyone just fools around. But when people take the game seriously, they'll do things that I don't expect, like I haven't seen before, because they won't do it in unrated because they're not tryharding. So I have to get used to competitive, like my game sense and competitive. You're from India? Yeah, there's a lot of people from India that watch Average Jonas. Like, he's really popular. Like, the whole meme. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I heard about that. I need to fly over to my other dude. It's when you're making lineups, it's so helpful to have a second computer. Oh, Heaven? The one that I do or other people do? This one? It's like around here. I never made a specific lineup for this. I kind of just always eyeballed it. Like you can make it land different spots just by like changing how they up or down a little bit. But most people they hug this wall, right? Like if you're here, the only time they would stay up here is if like they know they're down here, right? And they just want to like flash peek them or something. But it's always best to be as far as you can, unless you're just like trying to bait an op shot or something. Like I understand like positioning, but executing it isn't always the greatest. Oh, they changed this box, so you can't wallbang this, which is actually like it's better to play this now. So I should learn a shock dart for this. I don't know if I'll make it because I know there's maybe a Zealous Bra has one. There's a couple people already have shocks for this spot. So like I usually don't bother trying to make lineups when there's already a video on it. I'll just take that video and like bookmark it and then add it to my like the database. But this box is gonna be a lot stronger, especially for like Cypher players or Killjoy or pretty much anyone. The only lineup I know for this, it would be like that. Like you could just tap behind. What, did they change that?
Shock dart.
Yeah, something like that.
Shock
Where you
dart.
just tap without peeking. I feel like I'm doing it. Okay, I think you could tap
Shock
back
dart.
there. That one works. Maybe I gotta go lower. Wonder if they moved the box. I thought I remember this working. Where you,
Revealing area.
did they move this back? I remember a one tap being able to get behind there.
Scanning ahead.
No, that's not right. It would land like
Scanning ahead.
right here for a tap shock dart. Maybe I'm not doing it right.
Revealing area.
Go no.
Scanning ahead.
Okay, maybe that was it. No, I feel like they moved this because you would have like a
Revealing
one bar
area.
there behind.
Revealing area. Scanning
But you
ahead.
never want to like peek out with your shock dart. So, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do one. I could
Revealing
one bar
area.
it, but then you have to aim really
Revealing
low.
area.
That's not gonna work.
Scanning ahead.
Like I
Scanning
don't
ahead.
want to be peeking. It's best just to double shock it from a safe spot. But like there's times when you're shooting someone, right, and you're aim dueling. Aim to the left. I'm gonna do it with recon.
Revealing area.
Oh, there we go. Maybe I'm just retarded.
Scanning ahead.
See, I make my videos look good because I spend hours trying to perfect them.
Revealing area.
Maybe you know how this wall is weird angles. It could be I'm just hitting a weird angle because if you look at this wall, I noticed before, it's got some like deviations. Because you can shoot. There's a lineup I would do like this would be for tree like doors down. There's one I would do like
Scanning
around
ahead.
here, like to check in there if I really wanted to. But I remember like shooting off of this wall and like having
Scanning ahead.
like weird bounces, but I don't know if there's like little cracks or like maybe I was hitting this thing.
Revealing area.
But I noticed that some walls have weird shapes to them that aren't exactly perfectly aligned on ascent. Like they're like concave or convex or yeah. All right, so aim left. That actually worked. To remember that.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah. So top right that window. Now, this
Revealing
isn't
area.
like a lineup I would post or anything. It's too simple, but it's just like in the back of my head I can do that if I don't have a lineup. And I've been like writing down lineups too that I'll think of when I'm playing, or like I wish I had a lineup for this situation. The most recent one I learned was a pretty good one. Something
Revealing area.
instead of doing the standard heaven one that like everyone knows and expects to do,
Scanning ahead.
right? There's that one, and then there's this one
Revealing area.
that lands here. So if they're already looking this way, they'll just shoot them usually before. So I learned this one from some YouTube. Hey, thanks, James.
Scanning
I learned
ahead.
this one. That way, it's sort of. Oh, that's not it. It's like a little bit above this. I think.
Revealing area.
Maybe a lot above this.
Scanning ahead.
I know you have to walk into this. Aim up.
Revealing area.
So you got to aim up to clear that.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah. So it'll land. I don't remember the exact lineup, but it'll land like somewhere around here.
Scanning ahead.
So that way, if they're here, they would have to turn all the way around to shoot it, and it definitely pings. So I think it's way better than trying to shoot these two.
Revealing area.
And this one.
Revealing area.
Because they're already looking at it, this direction. So I definitely like how it lands up here. We just have to be careful, like, I guess it could bug out maybe if it got blocked. That's why you would have to do like a specific lineup.
Scanning ahead.
Which I'm not going to make because it's already out there, so there's no point. I just can't remember the exact reference. Like the amount of times that you forget lineups in competitive or even unrated is crazy.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, that thing gets in the way. So it has to be a little bit lower so it avoids hitting this thing.
Revealing area.
Oh, that's perfect. So it was in between this dot and this thing right here.
Revealing area.
Yeah, I know I should do audio guide, but I'm like too lazy.
Scanning ahead.
Like, I just want to put it in a lineup. And, well, my older ones I feel like are hard to understand because I didn't show anything. Like, I didn't show where I was aiming. For example, like the average Jonas lineup here, right? I would just look at it and do it.
Scanning ahead.
And then it's up to you to pause and figure out where you want to go. But now I kind of aim where I'm pointing. So like tree, I'm pointing this tree, and then I do it.
Revealing area.
That way, thing with audio, like not everyone speaks English. So I've been trying to show how I do it without having to use words. And not making the lineup too long. Oh, there was one I learned. That was actually pretty good. It was, I think, something like this.
Revealing area.
Yeah, it hits this corner. Exactly.
Scanning ahead.
And it scans all this. Well, I have to show you. It lands on this corner, so it actually gets both sides. It gets all this and all that. So it's really good to use your ultimate with this lineup. This one is insane.
Scanning ahead.
Let's see where they can hide from it. So they could hide from it. Let's see if we made it lower. Yeah, you're right. Most people speak English. I'm just thinking.
Revealing area.
I'm just honestly, I'm making an excuse why I don't want to talk to make lineups because it'll take more work.
Scanning ahead.
Because I kind of just do it for fun and like to show off, like to show people like situational lineups that you might only use like once every 50 games.
Scanning ahead.
So the lower one they can't hide from, but the upper one,
Revealing
anytime you make
area.
something higher, you can hide from it. Because it's just how angles work. So that person who made this lineup, I guess, I never actually looked at it in a custom game. They would just have to try to modify it.
Scanning ahead.
Like you want to hit lower, but they're using this to bounce off.
Revealing area.
So because they use this, making it lower might be impossible. So
Revealing area.
let's try lower. But it probably won't clear this if I make it lower. So then
Scanning
you're gonna
ahead.
have to. Oh, it still did.
Revealing area.
That one didn't. That one's slightly lower. It made it like around halfway. Let's see if I can hide
Scanning
from
ahead.
it halfway. I'm gonna have to test it with my other character, the other computer. Okay. Oh, he was crouched.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Okay.
Revealing area.
See that? That you can hide from. So the original
Revealing area.
was here. And so you could easily just sidestep it. You're here like holding the angle and you notice a recon. You don't have you missed a chance to shoot it. All you do is go like that. But as soon as it went lower,
Scanning ahead.
see how I
There they
can see
are.
him now? That's actually, I never actually tested the lineup in a custom, so I'm glad I'm not doing it wrong. Let's try again. Alright, so the original was like around here, so I'll go down to like this line.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, it's too low. I was overconfident.
Revealing area. Revealing area.
See if this scans.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Oh, that one got it.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Yeah, so you gotta be pretty
Revealing
precise
area.
because not only do you have to worry about it being
Scanning
low enough,
ahead.
but not hitting that little bar there.
Scanning ahead.
I don't want to jump shoot because it's weird.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I'm looking at my other character, see where it lands.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead. Revealing
This one's
area.
actually difficult. I thought it was going to be easy.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead.
Maybe if I get closer to this wall instead, so I'm slightly closer, so it's easier to clear.
Revealing area. Revealing area. Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Oh, so it has to hit this thing or it doesn't bounce right. That's what I've determined. So that's actually really hard because look at how it bounces. It's at an angle. So it's almost pixel perfect. I got really lucky when I landed it once. So I could probably spend another 30 minutes trying to find the exact spot without looking at my YouTube. Or I wonder if it...
Revealing area. Scanning. There they are. Revealing area. Found them.
I'm going to put that on to-do list. Fix this lineup.
Scanning ahead.
But that one didn't land on there. But then it didn't hit this. So that means I gotta go left.
Revealing area.
Let's try it right there.
There they are.
It scans, but it didn't land on the corner.
Revealing area.
So I gotta go slightly
Found them.
right. But it was around this height where this line was.
Scanning ahead.
See if that scans. Look, no, it doesn't. That's weird. Like, it
Revealing
looks
area.
like it would scan, just from the positioning. But when you have only half a recon, I've learned like it might not scan if only half of a recon shows. So, looking from my other computer's perspective, it only shows half an arrow because I'm looking up at it.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, it's really important when you're making lineups to always check
Scanning
if it
ahead.
actually scans something. If you're by yourself,
Revealing area.
you'll know it'll scan. Like right now, I just did that arrow, and it only scans. You can only see half of a recon.
Scanning ahead.
Even though it would look like it would scan there, just by physically looking at it, it actually
Revealing
doesn't.
area.
Sort of like the tree recon. I don't know if you guys saw the video.
There they
This
are.
one scanned but landed on its side. So the original guy who made this lineup where it lands
Scanning ahead.
here isn't bad. You just have to know that it's not clear. Because of course they could hide it here. And they can... Now I know that they can hide under this. But it's still... I used it in a couple games and I got a lot of kills.
Scanning ahead.
Like ultimate, because by the time it lands,
they are.
they're usually up here, right, by the almost up at the orb, and they usually aren't fast enough to aim up there. So it's actually a pretty good arrow as long as they don't know it's coming. So I would only use it maybe once or twice on them before changing it up. Alright, see you, Manti. Yeah, I'm just sort of just brainstorming at this point, and I was testing a lineup that I learned. What I want to do though is make a post-plant defender double shock versus like in a 1v1 situation, or even 1v2. I need to end this.
10 seconds left.
One step closer.
So the idea is the door's closed. I gotta wait. The bomb is planted. I gotta grab bomb. Getting it with my other character. Now I need to figure out what side most people play in post plant. If it's in a 1v1, what side would you play? Would you play this side? Would you play this side? What I've learned from experience is a lot of times they'll play this side because I've been mollied off before playing this side where I literally died trying to peek. So like a Phoenix would molly here and then they would defuse, and then since they knew I was low, I couldn't. By the time I get to the peak, I was already dead. And so a lot of times they'll play this side because there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more room compared to like left and right. But I'm thinking like logically, and a lot of times people don't think logically when they're like in a match. So, but I would assume most people peek from this side. But then again, if you peek from this side, there's more angles exposed to you. So you have a choice of, if in a 1v1, oh, that character has a molly, I shouldn't play this side because then he can molly me off. But if I play this side, I'm exposed to more angles. So if he fakes it, right? So if he taps it and I'm here, by the time I see it, there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 angles I have to swing before I even reach him, versus this one where it's like 1, 2, like there's 2. That's gonna be rough. I don't know what side to double shock. The idea is I'm up here, okay. The team calls out like they just died, like I'm still like rotating or something, and it's a 1v1. They're telling me that he's A main. So I would do like a line up here, like a double shock, right?
Shock dart.
So then it would time it, so where I would come down here, and like the darts are still going, I would tap the bomb, and of course he would peek to check it around that time. It's not perfect. The idea is a lot of time, like how many times have you been stuck with shock darts that you don't know how to use? A lot of times you're stuck with them and you don't know what to do with them. Like you could just lob them over there, but they're probably not going to be at the corner, right? They usually don't get close to the corner until you tap, like nearing when you have to tap. They want to play far back because if you're walking silent, they don't know if you're gonna not tap and like slowly walk up to like kill you. So they'll play like a off angle usually. At least that's what I would do. Like if it's a 1v1, there's no way in hell I'm sitting here ready for them to tap it. Cause they could just literally creep up to me and just like, it's better to play back here or back here until you know it's starting to get close. And then there's the chance of them getting it halfway too, which would suck. But I feel like it's safer. Alright. So around here is where you have to be in order to peek bomb to make sure it's not being diffused. So that's where I wanted the kill to be. And the cool thing about like slow shock darts is, yeah, they're slow, but you can throw them out without any risk. And you don't have to trust it. It's not like you have to stick to diffuse like, oh, my shock darts aren't gonna get them. You can literally tap like you normally would, and you have like the safety net of shock darts that are slowly falling into the spot where you think they're gonna be. So it's like a post plant lineup double shock, but for the defender instead of the attacker. It's like a reverse shock darts lineup. Like Like I thought about like doing shock darts for this spot, like
Shock
where
dart.
everyone does the lineup, right? The average Jonas one.
Shock dart.
I don't know if you have to jump. Like, I could do lineups there if I'm in a 1v1 Sova match. And I know he hasn't used shocks yet. Or like but the problem is like there's so many places he could do shock darts. Like he could do it from here, right? I don't think there's actually a good double shock from here. 'Cause maybe there is. I never thought about doing a double shock from here. I never made the second one.
Shock dart.
But if you jump, then they know where you're at. So I wouldn't jump this close. Maybe this is why he didn't do
Shock dart.
You would think a 1 bar would be enough.
Revealing area. Found revealing area. Scanning
Maybe the
ahead.
timing was bad. Let's see. So it's like, what am I using to line up? I guess the top, underneath the time clock, touching this wire to the right of this wall.
Revealing area.
Yeah. That's not what I would use, but... So if you're here, top of the wire, right of the wall.
Scanning ahead.
And the second one.
Revealing area.
I mean, it's a little off. Maybe that's why I didn't use it, but it's better than nothing. It's better than you being here and not having a lineup. It's better than just like trying to swing it around corners or like
Shock dart.
coming up with something. So what was that bounce? I think it bounced off of like this thing.
Scanning ahead. Revealing
That was
area.
kind of weird.
Found them. Scanning ahead.
Yeah, I think that's
There
decent.
they are.
Like a couple of average Jonas lineups for like maps that got updated weren't never fixed. That I would like go through, change, and just add it to my collection.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
It's about a 1 second off, which let's see if the total time. I'm just gonna count in my head.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
So it might be too slow. So you might have to do these preemptively. It's hard to test it, even with 2 PCs, of trying to diffuse and do the lineup at the same time. I do have a macro. I did do it once where I have a macro, but I don't really want to set that up right now.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I think it's like right on the 7-second mark, so it could be good. I'll just have to add that to my memory bank of things to actually test. If I swap teams though, maybe I could do it. Alright, fuck it, I'll test it. I need a plant bomb anyway.
I have the spike.
I need to set up a macro on my other on my other PC to hold diffuse. Yeah, you know, you have a serious, like you're seriously doing lineups when you're making macros for your other computers to make lineups. Oh, I already have one set up. F12. I put it to F12. Let's see if it works. The timing's not gonna be perfect just because I gotta swap keyboards really quick.
Flag planted.
Try it out.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area. There they are.
Yeah, it definitely
them.
killed him. That's good. That's a double shock of an average Jonas lineup. I guess I'll test it with shock darts.
We are strong because we are together.
I have the spike.
I should have tested with shock darts, but I wasn't thinking. You know who the best bros are? People who'll do lineups with you in your custom just to be like the person just watching the arrows.
Spike planted.
Revealing area.
Oh, I did with fucking...
Found them.
I couldn't swap fast enough.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
I'm so used to doing recons, I forget to swap to shocks.
Overtake them.
Flag planted.
Alright, I have shock out this time. I can do this.
Shock dart.
How did I fuck it up?
Shock dart.
I think I aimed too far.
Trick shot. Watch them run when lit by my...
I have the spike.
This is why it takes me so long to make lineups, because I suck at like multitasking, trying to do lineups with two different things. That's why it was so hard to make some of my videos where I'm like controlling two characters at once. It was worth it because I forgot to buy armor for the guy anyway, so it wouldn't have counted.
Spike planted.
Alright, stand in this corner.
The fuck? Thrifty.
Did it hit me?
Shock dart. Shock dart.
Maybe there's like a
Any angle.
weird bounce that can happen. Or did it aim
Shock
down
dart.
here? No.
My quiver is never full.
I have the spike.
Take number 7. This is why I feel like no one really wants to ever test their lineups to make sure they work, because all this stuff you gotta do.
Flag planted.
Especially when you're doing it by yourself. Okay. Second one is here. Okay.
Shock dart.
Thrifty.
Alright. Defenders win. Wait, defenders? So it wasn't fast enough. But it could have been me slow enough to swapping, so I'm gonna have to try to do it, but react quicker on my main PC after I tap the bomb on my secondary.
Enemies close.
I knew it was gonna be close,
I
but
have
I
the
think
spike.
I'm just too slow swapping keyboards. I'll try it faster.
Spike planted. Shock dart. Any angle.
Alright,
No
so
one escapes my
it
sight.
works if you
No
react
one.
fast enough. If you react slow, they can defuse it. Okay.
The winds shift in our favor. I have the spike.
I went off on a tangent because I forgot about this lineup. Alright, corner. Maybe there's a better spot to look. I don't see anything other than like maybe the tip of this arrow under that. That might be better.
Scanning ahead.
I know this is like a basic lineup what I used to doing or you guys seeing, but there's times where I'm here and they're diffusing, so I might as well try to make this a double shock. Tip of the arrow, this corner. That works. The only problem is that you get delayed waiting. So if you're in a rush, you literally have to wait for your arrow to stop moving. So that can be annoying. I could try. You could try this corner, but then like there's 3 rocks that you have to like try to remember which one it is. You know what I mean? Like when I'm like trying to just line up, I have to like, oh fuck, what rock is it? I don't remember. This one? I'm trying to think of everything. So you could either use the tip of the arrow or your bottom right HUD line onto this rock.
Scanning ahead.
It's kind of far away though. Unless, I mean, it still will kill them since there's 2. How I'm gonna remember it, because I already did it like 6 times, is I look up here to the right of this line, and then looking at this wire, it's like the point underneath the timer. That's what it touches. A lot of times I'll just remember things weird because it's easier than trying to find an exact spot. So right there, to the right of this wall, and like the bull, I call it a bull because it looks like it has bull horns and like a face. So, or maybe a reindeer, I don't know, like the nose of the reindeer touching the top wire. And you just one bar it, and
Revealing
then
area.
you do the average Jonas double
Revealing
bounce.
area.
And if you react quick enough, it'll kill them. I usually just do this one from the other side, so everyone knows.
Shock dart.
Because it's pretty good, like, you're safe. Anything farther away, you won't be able to run to. A lot of times after I do those shocks, like 9 times out of 10, let's say I do the shocks, and then I ult, and like if I'll ult after they land, and I'll tap, and if it doesn't hit anyone, I usually cancel. I'll cancel and walk, and they're still expecting the second one. I've actually got a couple kills where they're expecting me here to like keep ulting, but I'm here, and they'll peek me, or sometimes I'll kill them trying to like run away from the ult. That actually works when you only ult once and then you cancel it. But the only time I'll cancel it is if they have enough time to defuse after all 3. So if you shoot the first one and they still have enough time, even if you shoot all 3 to defuse, then I'll usually ult once, cancel. I usually ult once, cancel, and then slow walk, and then make sure you peek that. And then when they retap it, you're already in position to do like a normal peek. That's why I like doing those shocks from there with the ult. I haven't attempted to make anything better, because it's pretty good by itself. This lineup took me forever, even though it looks so simple.
Scanning ahead.
There's the 1 bar. So this is when they're peeking sight, like all the freaking angles they could have, or even if they're just rushing in, like you hear them, like your teammate heard them.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
That's so crazy how it bounces. It like goes through here and does a weird ass
Revealing area.
double bounce.
Scanning ahead.
Like, I don't even know how I figured it out.
Revealing area.
Yeah, like that.
Revealing area.
Like bounces in here weird. Alright, so back to what I was doing. Making a lineup post-plant as defender versus an opponent who's peeking to kill me at spike.
Spike drop.
Spike's here. And if I would be peeking it, I'd be as far away as the angle as possible. Peeking here. Alright, so this is the kill spot. I know people have lineups that land here,
Shock dart.
right? Let me turn on auto respawn. But they don't have ones that are slow and land here. You need to find a safe spot that's reliable. This isn't safe. But I know that they're down there, so it doesn't matter if it's not safe. So this is a situational. I know they're A main or wine. That could be in that area. Usually they'll play A main. So where do I want to stand? It's easy to remember. This line offers a little bit of protection, but it'll take longer to get to this spot. So let me find a 3-bar, 2-bar, and see the timing.
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I hate doing lineups for 3 bars. They take forever. So on the tip, I'm looking at like this thing right here. Around there was pretty close.
Revealing area.
Not saying I'm gonna use that as a lineup reference, but I landed on the roof, so I'm gonna try this spot right here.
Revealing area.
I'm in this line. This spot.
Scanning ahead. There they are.
So I have the right distance. Now I just need to move it left. Which is
There they
actually
are.
gonna be difficult because when you look up in the air and you move left and right, it can get confusing depending what you're using as a reference point. Okay, it was here. See, when I go left, it fucks that all up, so I have to use something else. Alright, I'll use first charge bar line on this part.
Revealing area.
See where this goes.
Scanning ahead.
See how it fucked up everything? Just moving to the left. So I had to go left and then down. Left and down. A tad left and then down. Tad left and then down. So now I forget what the lineup was. This over here. I'm gonna try around here. Let's try the top of the first bar on this thing.
Revealing area.
This time I'm gonna do what I normally do. It's gonna be more boring for you guys, but I'm just gonna use
Scanning ahead.
my other computer to see where they go, other than using the radar.
Found them.
So that
There they
landed to the right of him. So his right, it's my left, so I need to move right. Let's try this point.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Yeah, it's a little bit too close to the wall. It's like shock darting the wall. So I need to move it up to decrease the distance.
Revealing area. Found them.
It landed like 2 feet away from him, so I need to move it to the right more.
Scanning ahead. There they are.
That landed pretty much on top of him. So aim at this point, bottom of the first charge bar.
Revealing area.
See what happens.
Found them.
I mean, it's not bad because that's where they're gonna be like fully peak, but you probably want to kill them before they peak. That way, if you tap it, you have like 2 spots covered. You have
I have the spike.
so if I'm diffusing and I just tapped it here, I have this covered already. So you want the shock dart to land where you're not covering, which would be right where he's standing. So tapping it, unless you want to hold it. Let's say the only way you can win this game is if the shock darts kill him. It's like the timing is you have to kill him. with shock darts. Otherwise, if you let go of the diffuse, you lose. Because usually when they peek, when they actually peek, is when they know that you don't have enough time to defuse and shoot them back at the same time, right?
Spike drop.
Usually they'll fake peek, they'll like just show themselves for a split
I have the
second,
spike.
just to like make you let go. But when they actually go for the kill,
Spike drop.
is when your only choice is to keep defusing. So maybe it's good that I land it where the peak's at. I don't know. I'm not decided yet on what I want to do. Okay.
Revealing area.
So like, do I make it for the peak or behind the peak? What would make more sense? Well, that wouldn't make more sense. Well, the whole point of me doing this right now is actually just to check the
Scanning
timing.
ahead.
So if I shot it, I could land down here, start walking,
I have the spike.
tap, and you have plenty of time.
There
I
they
could have actually landed pretty good. I could actually slow walk that whole thing. I feel like.
Spike drop.
Let's try again. These are the lineups you'll use like once in a blue moon. But I like making them.
Revealing area.
Try there, try here,
Scanning ahead.
and we'll try here.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
I want that closer to me.
Found them.
Alright, so the first one, but just a tad up. Maybe right here?
Revealing area.
Like every time you move a little bit with a 3-bar, it drastically changes where it goes.
There they are.
Also, I'm not standing in the same spot every time. That's the problem with like non-corner lineups, but there's no really good corners I can shoot a 3-bar from. That's not me already exposed.
Revealing area.
Yeah, I should make a lineup montage. I actually started doing a folder called Split Shocks,
There they
where
are.
it's shock dart kills. See, that one's not bad. It's not all the way against the wall, so if it's like here, it could still kill him. Like you don't want to land here
Shock dart.
because that's less area coverage. Because not everyone peeks the way back wall. Some usually do like a foot off usually. Like only madmen's peek from here, but yeah, I started a folder for split shocks because I wanted to show like how people can play Sova on split, and I kept like kills using like unique lineups, but I've been too lazy to actually go through with that.
Shock dart. Scanning ahead.
Yeah, that one works. That one's gonna hit the wall probably, or there. All right, so we have our first lineup. I'm gonna try
Scanning ahead.
fully walking with it. Of course, they're gonna hear you drop down, but they don't know where you drop down at. You could have done it left side or right side.
Found them.
And you don't want to walk this way because they could peek you while you're walking. You want to walk behind the generator, right? I know this is boring, constantly testing stuff, but you want to make sure that it's consistent.
Revealing area.
Make sure they're not peeking. Hop down. Come this way. Tap the bomb.
There they
Kill.
are.
So, when they're here, a lot of times, let's say they tap the bomb, and they'll like try to peek you if I'm thinking as a defender. So, if I'm thinking as an attacker, I'd like hold this angle. But this angle is bad because of the distance from here to here.
Right here.
Is 6 meters, and the distance from here to like there
Plant the spike.
is 20 meters. So technically, if I'm here and I'm slow walking, I'll see you first. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Let's see who sees it. So on my other computer, I can't see my character at all. I can see this guy, but he cannot see me at this point. Like I'm looking and I don't even see a foot. That's like how crazy angle distance matters. That's why like when you peek here, it feels like they always have the better aim. No, it's not the better aim. They just see you first. Right? I'll tell you. Right here, I don't see you. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's confusing because I'm using I for both. The guy with the skin gun, the sentinels, I can see him first. That's crazy. And it only gets worse like the closer you get, so now see, now that I'm closer, he can see me but I can't see him. Except his like foot. I can't see him at all, but he can see me. Alright, back to lineup. And you don't really have to slow walk it, you could just run to it. Just like how you normally. The only time I would use this is if they're calling a main. Or if I could just see on the map that's where his last position was. And usually they're not going to peek in a 1v1. Because the smartest thing to do, unless they're a madman, is they wait for the tap. Because then you know their exact location. If you peek as an attacker before the tap, then you're like, you think you have the better advantage, like he's super low, or you just want to do something unexpected. Alright, we have to find a 2-bar. A 2-bar that goes over the wall. That might actually be a challenge. Maybe it's not possible. First one.
Scanning ahead.
3-bar. Trace it. Let's say around here.
Revealing area.
See where this goes.
Found them.
I fucked up the first one.
There they are.
At least that was consistent. Consistently fucked up. I can't believe I forgot. I think it's this. No. It has to be up. Maybe I walked in the wrong spot.
Revealing
I
area.
swear it was this.
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead. Found them.
Yeah. I think maybe I'm walking in the wrong spot.
Revealing area. Revealing area.
There they are.
A 2-bar. I hope I don't have to bounce anything, because that would make it even harder.
Scanning ahead. Scanning
Alright,
ahead.
so I'm looking at here at the bottom of this red part.
Revealing
See where
area.
this lands.
Found. There they are. There they
It's
are.
pretty close.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I know I gotta wait 4 seconds in between to make them land.
Found them.
Slightly up
Found
for
them.
both of them. Yeah, like when you do a 3-bar up in the air like that, every little pixel matters with like the distance. Even me going up against this wall and taking out my recon like moves me sometimes. It's like a bug. Yeah, it happens randomly. No, Pumpkin, this is like one of those post-plant defender. So I know it takes longer, but that's the point. So the whole idea is when I go into this wall, it's like one of those situational lineups when you know in your 1v1 and they're calling A main.
Right here.
Right? So you you have shock darts, but you don't know what to do with them. Like, yeah, you could throw them there early, but why not use them? You know how when we use shock darts for for when they're gonna go plant, we know where they're gonna be at, right? They're probably gonna be at the default. So you want to land where you know they're gonna be. So when you tap the bomb, and they're not like a Viper or another Sova, where are they most likely gonna be? They're gonna be, they're most likely gonna be ready to swing you, right, for taps. Sometimes they hold, but as I was showing earlier, this is a bad angle to hold because I can see you before like they can see me, because the distance
Gun
between
here.
this angle to here,
Right here.
is 6 meters, but the distance between
Right here.
here and here is 20 meters. So they could slow walk you and see you first before you can see them. Like I can see your shoulder. So what I'm thinking is get into this line, put it around, like I'm looking around this area. It's not perfect yet because it's kind of specific.
Scanning ahead.
The 2-bar I didn't make yet, but you could slow walk or you could run, drop down. They're not there yet. They're only start moving in position when after you tap the bomb, and then that's
There
when
they
this
are.
would land here. It's like a timing thing of where they're gonna be. Because if I shoot a 2-bar or 1-bar before I even tap the bomb, they literally could be anywhere. They could be like, they could be here, right? Like, because it's early enough and for the timer for the bomb defuse that I don't need to defuse it. Let's say they just planted and they run away and they're watching me have him because they probably because the door's closed, right? So you're not gonna hold here because I can see you first. You're gonna be holding farther away or wine. But what I was explaining about wine is a lot of times people don't like playing over here because they can get mollied off, and it's easier to get killed here. There's a lot of people don't like playing in here because like a Phoenix molly can like land in here and you can't peek the diffuser. So I know it's situational, like you don't have to depend your life on the shock darts, but sometimes you have to, where either if you don't stick it, you'll die. So you're depending on these 2 shock darts, your lifeline. This is like a little backup plan, right? You have 2 shock darts. Other than just doing a lineup for where you don't know where they're gonna be, why not do a lineup where you for sure like over a 60% chance, I just made that up, of where you think they're gonna be. Try here. So the timing works out where you can peek this, make sure they're not holding it. You can slow walk if you want. But like, I have all this time.
There they are.
And it kills them after I tapped it, and then they're gonna start getting ready. I know I'm repeating myself. That's just like my fucked up brain. Reassurance. People understanding what I'm thinking. Because what I'm doing isn't conventional. It's not normal for these lineups. But I'm at to the point where I know all the normal lineups. So I'm just like, huh. Like, how many times have you been stuck in this situation where you're diffusing and you have to rely on aim? But what if your aim is trash? Get better aim. No. We got shock dart lineups.
Shock dart.
Imagine if you pulled this off. How cool would you look? You're like, I don't even look, right? I'm gonna diffuse. Like, this is me diffusing. I'm not even looking. I'm looking at this. I did with spray, and imagine this guy dies behind you while you're like looking at the wall because your double shock darts kills him when he peeks you. That would be fucking hilarious. That'd be like a million TikTok viewers if Average Jonas posted it. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be like 1 in a million. But I like those odds. You know what this ain't like? So you're telling me there's a chance from Dumb and Dumber, that movie? That's what I'm thinking. There's a chance. Not saying you have to stick it, but sometimes you have to, or you lose. Like, let's say you late rotate because you had to kill people mid, and the bomb's already been ticking for 30 seconds. You shoot those two. You're running to the bomb frantically. They know you have to tap it. They know you have to hold it. I'm holding the defuse. They swing, and then they die. That'd be awesome. Alright, back to the lineup. We gotta find the 2-bar. We have the 3-bar, sort of. I'm not gonna worry about pixel, like the exact. I just know that it's in this general area.
Scanning
3-bar,
ahead.
2-bar.
Revealing
See where the
area.
2 goes.
Found them. There they are.
Alright, so the 2-bar just needs to go up a little bit. Because you don't want it on the wall. You want it to cover more area. Kill area, so I would say like down there. Because there's no way they're peeking here. That's just putting them disadvantage themselves. You always peek the farthest you can. The farther away from the angle, the better. It's geometry. I don't know if it's geometry. I'm just saying it is. Okay. 3-bar.
Shock dart.
2-bar. Alright, so the delay was like 3 or 4 seconds. I gotta put in between. I'm gonna give myself full armor. Alright. Let's test it. I sort of have an idea. Let's see if it kills. Of course, like when I peek out here, he's not going to be standing there, but I'm not good enough to move 2 characters at once. So just pretend when you're peeking here that he's like around the corner still.
Shock dart. Shock dart.
So sounds like I need to run when I'm not visible. So it's okay to peek here, but after I drop, how the timing is, because I have to wait for 3 or 4 seconds for the first one. to the second, I need to be running here. I mean, it's safe to run. They know you're gonna defuse. They know where you're at. There's no reason not to run. But then, when you get to this point, that's when you want to peek again. So there's 2 points you want to peek. You want to peek here to make sure they're not looking at you. And then you can start running. And then right before you defuse, like go for the defuse, you just peek like real quick. You can just, and then go for the defuse. Hopefully the timing works, because then if not, all this was for nothing. So I'm gonna be running more than walking. I thought I had more time to walk. I mean, I could do it like a lineup that's closer, but I mean, why risk them pushing site? Like, I think it's better. They might be able to see my shoulder, so maybe I should make it from here, but I don't know. I'm always thinking in my head, my team's calling A main.
Shock dart.
I don't know where that second one went. How the timing's working, it looks like doing a peak shock dart where they're already out might not be worth it. Because of how the timing is, or I have to do it from a different spot. I might have to do this from here, so I don't have to waste time running. Let's see how many seconds it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you save 3, so like 4 to 6 seconds, depending if you're knifing out or gun running. I mean, this spot is safe from A main, right? They can't see you when you're in this corner. I'm looking now, no. So we might just have to do the lineup here. Yeah, door's closed. The only problem is if they're a Molly character, maybe they throw a Molly back here, but they would just save it for the bomb. Yeah, they wouldn't Molly you. Trying to think what would be a bad situation from doing it right here. They could run up and peek you, but why would they? Why would they risk that if they're holding bomb? I'm gonna check the timing once more, make sure running doesn't work.
Shock dart.
I mean, you could go this way, but I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like I have to make it from this corner. But if you do a 3-bar this close, it's gonna take forever to land, right? So maybe we'll do a 2-bar, 1-bar. Well, let's see how long a 1-bar takes. I know from previous lineups, it's about this distance.
Revealing area. Found them.
So because we're a lot closer, I guess it depends how you want to play. If you want to play it slow or fast. If you don't have any time left, if you're here, you don't want to do a 3-bar. Let's see how long a 3-bar takes. Like, if this is a 1-bar, it's probably a 2-bar, a 3-bar. Like,
Scanning ahead.
there's no way you're doing a 3-bar here. Like, the bomb's already exploded. Yeah. But let's see what a 1-bar looks like.
Scanning ahead.
Because that's the 1-bar. You peek, tap.
There they
Do
are.
that faster. Whoops.
Revealing area.
Tap. And on the roof.
Revealing area. There they are.
Wow, that's so unlucky.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Oh, because of how it's angled. So like from generator to there. Because of how it's angled, it's gonna hit here.
Scanning ahead.
Because of how this
Found
line
them.
is angled.
Revealing area. There they
Because
are.
from here to here, it's straight. But as soon as you angle it, the further left you go, the further this distance is. So I'm gonna have to aim down and left. Let's try here.
Revealing area.
So
Found them.
up and left more. Up and left. I'm looking at this part.
Scanning ahead.
So slightly down. Hopefully I don't have to bounce it, like doing a stronger
Revealing area.
bouncing it. I
There
mean, it's
they
not
are.
the most terrible thing, but bouncing it can fuck up your timings, or it can fix it, the timing. Sometimes, like if the second arrow is, or the first arrow is too fast versus the second, you add bounces to try to slow it down for like double shocks.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Turning you left and down because to clear that.
Revealing area.
Down more. So if I go down more and it doesn't clear it, then I'm gonna have to bounce it somewhere.
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Alright, let me try up.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Try all three.
Revealing area.
First one bad.
There they
Second
are.
one good. I think I went down a little bit. I'm looking at this little cloud thing and I'm putting like the CH and charge bar inside of it. Just for now.
Scanning ahead.
Slightly down. So I need to come up with something else because that no longer works. I hate this recon circle that's showing up because you can't fucking see anything. I don't want to use anything up top. This is where it's gonna
Scanning
be,
ahead.
right?
Found
That's
them.
perfect. But I don't know what to use to line up with. Like, I want to use the health bar, but your health isn't always 150. I mean, I could just use the CH and charge and just put it underneath the cloud. As long as it's consistent. I mean, it's easy for me to remember. Like the top right charge bar, if I put it on that gray spot,
Revealing area.
it's not gonna hit.
Revealing area. There they are.
I mean, I could say like the top of this cloud. But for me, it's easier to remember CH underneath this hole. That's what's hard about making lineups for other people, is you don't know what they like looking at. So when you do it for yourself, it seems crazy. It's like, why would you use that? It's really distinct, that cloud area. It's not like there's a circle in that cloud.
Shock dart.
I mean, the only thing else I can think of is like the bottom left HUD line. Like, there's these houses right here, this roof. But I hate having to look elsewhere if I can avoid it. Yeah, I hate using that. I'm looking at like this little chimney and the bottom of the little curvy part in the left HUD line. Putting it on the tip of that roof. That might work. But the arrow didn't seem
Scanning
like
ahead.
it was landing right. I guess too
There
far
they
on
are.
the wall. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with my lineup. The people probably won't like. The CH underneath this hole. I mean, SnapBX has lineups where he puts, right, there's this one. He puts the H on one of these clouds, or underneath it. He does like
Scanning
this,
ahead.
and then he runs up here, and then he taps
Revealing area.
in here or something like that.
Found them.
But they both supposed to land on that. I just forget what it was. He uses a letter. Maybe was it the top of the cloud?
Revealing area.
Yeah, around there. Because sometimes they plant the plant here or here, so that like that covers both of them. So I mean, it's not unheard of using letters in the clouds. And this one I almost forgot. Like,
Scanning ahead.
and then he runs.
Shock dart.
Yeah, that's the Snappy X. Alright, so 1 bar, CH under this hole. 1 bar, let's go.
Scanning ahead.
Yes.
There
Alright,
they
so I
are.
need a 2 bar. This is 1 bar. Is this my 2 bar?
Revealing area.
Feeling like it's too close to that wall.
Found
yeah,
them.
I totally meant that. Alright, so I need to go up higher. Alright, I'm looking here. 2 bar.
Scanning ahead.
Alright, down.
Scanning
2
ahead.
bar. Down.
Found them.
Down. So, top right, HUD line. In this crack. 2 bar.
Shock dart.
That was good. I already forgot the lineup, but that was good.
Shock dart.
There we go. 2-bar. Let's check the timing if there's anything needed. It shouldn't. I mean,
Shock dart.
alright, so let's see what happens if I go for a tap. Oh my god, I forgot already. Is it this? Oh, I got kicked out. Perfect timing. We're 90 minutes already looking at one lineup. That sounds about right. And I have to poop, so there's that. But I'm gonna hold it until I get this lineup. That's my dedication as a Sova main. Holding my poops to complete the lineup.
Wherever they run, I will find them.
Pumpkin was right. He knew that the timing wasn't gonna work for a 3-bar, 2-bar. I couldn't get to the bomb fast enough.
My ult is ready.
Alright, moving my other character.
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead.
Seeing what's better. Definitely not that one.
There they are.
Second one.
Revealing area. Revealing area.
You want a top mid lineup?
Found them.
Like one that I make up right now or one that I know? I know top mid. I know 2 lineups for top mid. I know the average Jonas one. Right? Average Jonas. This is start of the round. Alright, start of the round, you look at the sewer. You aim up and you look for his leaf. That's how he explains it. You do a full charge.
Scanning ahead. Right here.
Oh, you play from garden? Hey, what's garden? Is that a tree? Oh, this is garden. Oh, this. Yeah, so I mean, you would do it from tree, because usually you're at the spawn barrier, right? Hey, Mitski. I was working on a lineup, but I got segued. He wanted to know a lineup for top mid. So this, I'm showing him 2 different ones. This is average Jonas lineup. aim at the sleeve, start of the round, full charge, and then you scroll down to hit like the bottom of this branch leaf, and you do one bounce to bar, and you do like 4 seconds in between. So you just have to delay it different, but that's where they both land. What I don't like about this though is I think it lands too close to the box. But it depends how the enemy's playing. Some people play farther, but some people do closer. It kind of hits like you play Sova Main first round A, then B. Yeah, it's good to switch up what side you're on if you don't have any like cross playing arrows or just like playing different sides. So that's average Jonas, right? You stay in the middle of this. Aim this leaf, full charge it, wait 4 seconds, aim down. I might be messing up the seconds because I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, so you have to wait less seconds. Wait maybe 3 seconds.
Shock dart.
I mean, if you go into custom, you could get the timing kind of good. Alright, what happened with that one is it has to hit a certain spot, like on this window. So I just did the lineup wrong. I don't think I aimed up enough. This is why he doesn't explain in the video, but I think you gotta aim like here. Like on top of the leaf, above the wood. Because if you aim too low, it hits... Yeah. If you aim too low, it hits this window, and then it makes a weird bounce. It bounces in there. The other top mid. So that's a top mid from Average Jonas. It's on its Discord. If you get the timing down right, if you actually count out the seconds, you can get that one. And then the other one I learned from a random person. I have the video link somewhere, but they stand here. They look at this cloud and they put it in the center of the square. So then they aim for the center of the square and they do a 2-bar. They move to the right in the corner, aim for this corner, and do a 1-bar bounce. I like this one because it lands further back, like how operator player would play. Now this one isn't for non-operators because they can see it coming. But if enemy team has an operating, like an op jet, right, and they're zoomed in, they're corners and they're peeking, they don't see it coming at all. And even like retarded players don't see it coming, even without an op. So this one is good if they're opping and you don't know what site they're going to be at, like top mid or where they're going to peek from. This one's good for operator, and this one's good for like any player, because you can't see these coming because they fly over the roof buildings. So this one again is stand here, look at this cloud, put it in the center square, you aim at it, 2-bar, and then you're on this ledge, so then you just move in the corner and you aim at this corner here, 1 bounce, 2-bar. So together, 3-bar.
Shock dart.
I messed up the first one somehow. Maybe I wasn't center enough. Or maybe I did the wrong cloud. Maybe I did the wrong cloud. Let's check it. I think I used that lineup like 2 times. Because I keep forgetting it. Because it's one of those arrows I learned randomly. Yeah, it's this box, not this box.
Shock dart.
Alright, do you know a double shock from A to where the enemy peaks at the start of the round?
Right here.
You mean here?
Right here.
From here to here? Like this peak? I know 2. Well, 3. Well, there's one. Okay, there's one I have that lands here. Which lineup has gotten me more kills? Well, technically, Average Jonas has from here, because not everyone is going to be operator there. But I've also been using this one longer because I've known about it more. So it's hard for me to which say is better. This one is slower, but they can't see it coming. This one is faster, but they can see it coming. So if they don't have an operator, you probably... Also, it depends where you're playing from. Sometimes I play B, sometimes I play here. So if you're not playing from, you know,
Right
market
here.
area, then of course you got to use this one. Like, there's no other way. Oh, in general, I've gotten more kills from Average Jonas, but only because I've been playing longer. I've been using it longer. I've seen lineups where people like run across and they do it from here, but then like you're exposed because people could be going mid. Yeah, I know Zelos. He actually commented on one of my videos on his Discord. He said he was going to... Let me bring it up. I like going Zelo's stream and asking him questions about Sova because I like picking his brain. He's really good. He knows how to think like a real Sova main, like, because he is one. And he knows what's like good and what's bad, and I mean most Sova mains do, but he's a really good person to get a different perspective from. But if you're on his Discord, he actually commented on a lineup I posted. Let me read it. So I'm going to link you the one that I showed him in chat. It's for Icebox. The reason I actually... Or not Icebox, Breeze, yeah. The reason why I made this Breeze lineup is because he didn't have a lineup that wasn't from mid that landed here. So his lineup that lands here in this, like the side pyramid default, is from mid, which I kind of didn't like, and also I don't play A that much. I'm usually mid or halls or B. So I made one here because of him, which was kind of cool. Then I showed it to him, and he said, really cool recon, or no, that was someone else. I said, this is actually really good. I might use it. However, I think it's only useful for fake rotations. But if you play mid, that position is really good if allies call an A put. Great work, Johnny PK. And I said thanks. I thought that was cool. That he might use my lineup. That's like my goal, having cool people, cool Sova mains to use my lineups. Because most of my lineups are like retarded because they're... Oh yeah, he's got some cool like double bounces and stuff. Yeah, I like going on his stream. I actually used my Prime on his stream, on his Twitch stream, the other day. I forget where he's from. Is he from Romania or Spain, or I forget where he's from. I think he's from Romania. You have a really cool lineup. You should post it. All right. Let's go back to the questions. Amitsky said, do you know double shock from A to where the enemy peaks at the start of the round? Alright, they peak A here. So I have two lineups. One is slow. Let's say you're playing tree, right? And I have a video on this, actually.
Scanning ahead.
It's on YouTube. You could recon there. Like, there's a spot that I do it from.
Revealing area.
Yeah, I'll take a look. The lineup for the peak, there's a 2-bar, 1-bar. So I only use this, right, if someone's holding the orb. If someone's holding this, you know, like Jets, Reynas, Phoenix, anyone with the flash, they like to hold this because then they can flash and peek, right? Yeah, I do a lot of situational lineups. I do lineups that aren't made yet. At least I tried to come up with ones that aren't made. It's like, yeah, I could just do a average Jones lineup, but then change it like one little tweak. But I don't want to do that. I want to make lineups that are crazy, like that are ones you don't think about, or ones that you might only use once in a while. Like after you learn all the basics, like I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch my videos if they're a beginner Sova player, because they're just gonna get confused. Like they're gonna learn a lineup that they could have learned a different one that's more useful to them, that's easier. Like a beginner Sova player shouldn't learn this one. I can't even do this one all the time.
Shock dart.
Like that one fucked up. It bounced up. But this one's really difficult because in order to get the timing right, you have to full charge it while aiming. And when you full charge while aiming, look at your headlines. They slightly move. And I actually use my headlines to aim this.
Revealing area. There they are.
3,000 hours.
Scanning ahead.
I know you have to crouch for it.
Scanning ahead.
I think it
Found
goes
them.
slightly left.
Revealing area. Revealing area.
Oh, no, I almost
There
forgot my
they
own
are.
lineup.
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead. Found them.
Yeah, let's see if I can remember how to do it.
Revealing area. Revealing area. There they are. There
So
they
like
are.
I wouldn't expect a beginner Sova player to do that, because that one's like inconsistent unless you practice it. I haven't practiced it in a while. But like it's so hard to pull off because I'm literally like looking at this line right here. And I'm putting the tip of the left HUD line next to it, not even on it. Because it's so it's like a pixel perfect arrow. So look how you have to aim it
Scanning ahead.
in order to hit that lineup.
Found them.
And not only do you have to aim it there, you have to aim it while you're charging. And it moves. And you have to crouch. Like it's ridiculous.
Revealing area. There they are.
Let me go back to the... Okay, Mitski was saying about the peaks. Let me...
Right here.
Before I get overwhelmed, let's just hash them out. This one, a lineup I have on YouTube already. 2 bar, 1
Shock
bar,
dart.
and it lands here. If you want to know the lineup, you can... Oh, did I fuck it up? That's what I get for not actually practicing. I thought I was aiming at this leaf. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the tip of it. Let's see. 2 bar. Did they change something? Maybe this? Maybe I'm aiming this
Shock
one?
dart.
Maybe I forgot it. Because I did it earlier, like a minute ago. Now I gotta aim up. Damn, do I gotta look at my own video? No, it was definitely... It's definitely this leaf. But somehow I'm fucking it up. See, like, how did that work, but it didn't work a second ago? Maybe I'm just retarded. Because if you go on top of the leaf, maybe that's what doesn't work. Yeah, so don't go on top of the leaf. Aim to the left.
Shock dart.
Go down.
Shock dart.
Yeah. So this spot right here, I just killed myself.
Level
That
heads
was-
until
that
we're
was
home, yes?
embarrassing.
Good.
I don't have invulnerability on. So I use this if I'm going to be defending
Right
tree here, and my person here like calls that they're there, and he's holding the angle, so he's fighting them. And sometimes, you know how like the first person's here fighting them, right? And they move in, and the other people are like they're holding this angle in case the first person gets flashed, so like they can peek out to kill the guy swinging after he flashes. So this kills usually the second person that helps the first one peek. But sometimes like they just have a little aim duel, right? So the delay for it is okay.
Scanning ahead.
I know I did a scan. So that's one that lands there, and the other one that's really good. I don't remember the exact lineup. I have like an idea. You're using like the left drone, one of these. Do like a 1 bar, and then you see where that lands. Yeah, that's around the same spot. You can actually make it. You can actually make it
Right
in
here.
the doorway, but it's around here, and then you full charge it like in this corner.
Shock dart.
So, what I would do is make the first one land closer to this door. Yeah, so this is like if they're charging in, like right from the spawn, right from the start. That's when you would use it. So let me aim up a little bit. Let me put it on top or something.
Shock dart.
Yeah, that would be it. I have there's a YouTube video that someone posted of them doing it. So I'm like looking here, putting the left drone tip on top, 1 bar, looking at this corner, full charge.
Shock dart.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And hey, if you don't want to go B, you could do this one. I know it's risky, but if you like cross this before they peek, sometimes with your knife out, you could do a double shock from here. So you know, like the average Jones recon,
Revealing area.
right? You just do that, but different. I know it's retarded. You just like
Shock dart.
I'm just making this up, right? You could double shock this lane from
Right here.
like Cubby. Drone circle into the house roof in the distance. Oh, like around here?
Shock dart.
Yeah, that lands around the same spot. There's so many. That's why I want replays. I want to be able to see where my stuff lands. Well, I know where it lands, but I want to see where the players are, how they're playing, right? Because you can only guess how other people are playing. Like, you don't know how the enemy is playing. The only way you can see the enemy playing is by watching your own teammates play in this position. The right circle of the drone into the tip. Oh, the right circle of the drone into the tip, like this. Like that. Or like slightly left. But that's the two that I know for here. And the middle tip. Do you mean the tip of the house or the tip of the drone? I'm putting the drone circle into the house roof. Oh, you mean like the vertex, like the top of the house?
Shock dart.
Like right there?
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Maybe I'm just retarded. Alright, are you trying to get this to land, like, right there? That makes sense. If I know you're trying to do that. So, down and left.
Scanning ahead.
Left. Do they? Yeah.
Shock dart.
I wonder if I did it there. That sort of works.
Shock dart. Shock dart. Revealing area.
Left. Mitsuki, it sounds like you gotta make videos for dumb people like me.
Scanning ahead.
Or left.
Revealing area.
Yeah, that's good. So I guess it depends how they play the angle, if they're up close or farther away. If I'm playing here, I usually play farther away from the angle because of
Right here.
angle advantage.
Right here.
So this is 7 meters. This is
Right here.
19 meters. But because there's only one place that they really can be, it doesn't really matter. It's not like they can slow walk it. So yeah, either or is good for them to shoot from. It doesn't really matter because they usually just do this anyway. Plus back here, you can't swing, so you kind of play a little bit off. That's why I like the shocks land in this area. Because like when you try to go left and right, you're going to hit the wall at advantage. Yeah, they run to the entrance. Yeah, it's really good. Alright, let me scroll up to see what other people were. B main rush? YDG has about a B main rush. B rush lineup. I have one. It's not the greatest. It's kind of like... So, usually a lot of times, like, SnapBX has lineups that land, like, here. Yeah, it is. Like, the SnapBX one, he stands in this corner. He aims the A on here. Full charge, and then 1 bar's here.
Shock dart.
No, he taps it there. But they both land here. I messed up the second one, but they land here. So this is like if they start the round, they're already here when those land. Like the timing doesn't work out. The only way that it doesn't yeah, the only way this works is if you're mind gaming them, right? So let's say you've been playing Sova Odin, right? Or Ares. And so they're hesitant to just rush in there because they're expecting this recon, right? They're expecting the recon everyone does. They either do this or they aim here to tap so it lands on the back wall so they can't push up. So I could see SnapBX working if they're hesitant about coming into this area because of high pen spam. That's when so if you do that a couple rounds and then switch it up with the SnapBX one where he like recons
Scanning ahead.
the top to prevent them from coming in, because if they do, they have to destroy it, and when they destroy it, the Sova player that they think is there can shoot them because now he knows that they're in enough to shoot. If that makes sense. And so that's where his idea was.
Revealing area.
It stalls them to hold the entrance from this recon. But that's only if they give you enough time for the recon to even land. By the time that lands, if I'm running, I'm like in here waiting for this person to peek me, or like making sure he doesn't peek me, and then swinging that. So the problem isn't really the shocks, it's like getting the recon to land sooner. But not everyone just rushes in. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That's why I want replays to see how people play, how the majority of people play. So I know where they're positioned at from when.
Shock dart.
So it like kills a mirror, which they can technically just see coming unless they're like running in and then they walk into it. I don't really use them that much. I made one, but it's like the start of the round, right? So you just shoot a recon into there. But you're already lined up like with this wall. The one I made, you shoot it in here.
Area.
And these aren't necessarily to kill them unless like the person that's playing here already did damage to them, right? From this peak. So you can recon if you want to check if they're there or not, or most of the time you hear them. And then I'm like aiming here.
Shock dart.
I fucked up the first one somehow, but they both land around there. I don't know why this is the first time streaming on YouTube, so I don't know why you can't share a link. Maybe YouTube disabled it? I could try figuring it out after this. The first one, I actually forget sometimes. I'm using like the first bar on here, but it's not exactly there, because if I do it exactly there, it lands there. So I have to move it slightly over. So it's not there. Move it slightly over to the right. Yeah. So this is for when they're rushing you, like pistol round, or like if they want to do a fast execute and they like doing fast executes. So aim here, slightly right.
Scanning ahead.
I'm aiming at the camera.
Revealing area.
So this is when they fast rush and they're already like here to peek. See how this land? It's not perfect, like they don't land in the same spot, but they're kind of more to do general damage. Because you don't know where they're exactly going to be. Like, for all you know, they jet dashed over to like surprise you, or they were slow at first and then they started running, or so you kind of just like throw them wherever you want in this area. Because look how big this area would be. What if they're like playing as far back as they want, like as they can, for this angle, while someone else holds here. Like you don't know if they're rushing. A lot of times, like this is smoked off. Like if your brimstone smokes this, they'll run into the smoke. This was my idea. Was for those lineups is when this is smoked off, because your brimstone or omen. I'll show you how to do the second one. If the brimstone smokes this off, a lot of times they play in the smoke, right? They use the smoke as cover, and then like they have their own smokes, like Phoenix Wall, Viper Walls to block this off. Jet just like spam smokes here. So a lot of times they'd be running. I've actually gotten a kill with that shock dart. I forget to use it sometimes, but I'll use it for when I think they're gonna rush. Like, so by the time they're rushing, none of these shock darts work. The only shock dart that works here is just the simple one that that Sinatra does. That's the only one that's fast enough to kill them. And you can make them land anywhere. You can make them land close. You can make them land farther out, like towards the door. You literally can use this whole ceiling to make them. That's the only one fast enough. Everything else, you might as well try to make them land in this area. Yeah, you can share a link. Yeah, I'll take a look at everything. Remember guys, I like lineups. I like seeing lineups too. Even if I don't make them. Because they're cool to watch. Alright, so I line this up. First one, I'm using the bar on top of this and then move slightly to the right. That's the best I could come up with. I think you could use like these little dots down here, but they're hard to see, so I think that's why I didn't use it. Because I like imagine trying to remember in the heat of the moment which freaking line to look at. That would be impossible. What else could you do? If I'm doing shock darts, I'm like looking at the shock icons. Maybe somewhere in this picture you could use.
Shock dart.
Did I fuck it up again? Oh, sometimes if you take your arrow out, it fucks up your alignment here. Slightly to the right.
Shock dart.
Maybe I didn't go right enough. Yeah, I didn't go right enough. This is why exact lamps you want. So you see how the shadow ends? Maybe I'll use like where the end of the shadow is. Yeah. So it's around where the end of the shadow. First one. I gotta do the second one and then I'll look at the lineups. Second one, how I remembered it was, you see this camera? This little dark spot? I'm putting the tip of the second bar inside of that.
Shock dart.
That's how I remember it. It might be better, different way you can remember. So yeah, I can't think of anything else other than maybe the crosshair, the bottom of this onion. But not everyone has small crosshairs. People have big ones where they can't really see that right. Or like the O and bounce on this corner. Possibly. Also, I play in 1440p, so I see more pixels than people that play at 1920. But this is just how I remember it. Oh, there's this one I was working on, but it never turned out to anything. You like line up this wall. You know how you're like rotating, but they didn't push yet? They're being
Right
stalled
here.
by like your killjoy, but you're rotating through. Line up this wall with this grate. Right, you can do it pretty quick. And then aim like... I never really... Yeah, that one doesn't land good. It lands too close to the wall. But I was like brainstorming one time and I was trying to think of something that lands in there, but I never like actually finished it. I think you could do like a 1-bar charge that hits the angle perfect
Shock
to
dart.
make it go left.
Scanning ahead.
Maybe 2 bounce. No, it makes everything hit the back.
Revealing
The
area.
wall closest to you.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
This is on my to-do list. Find a lineup, rotates to
Right here.
hit B main.
Shock dart.
Yeah, no, this is gonna work.
Shock dart.
Whoa. Wait a sec. Even if it's slow, who cares? I know I have like
Scanning ahead.
ADHD right now.
Revealing area.
But this is how people find lineups. Like, never miss an opportunity. If you're doing a lineup and you just think of something else, even if it looks stupid, don't pass it up.
Revealing
Just
area.
don't forget about what you were doing before. Try to remember. But
Scanning ahead.
if you have an idea... See, that one hits too close to the wall.
Scanning
I
ahead.
think it like...
Revealing area.
like I mean, that's not... That first one's bad. I don't know if it's possible to even get it closer. What if you like...
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead.
That's not gonna bounce right.
Revealing area. Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I mean, you could get something.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
You can make it go for when they're pushing, right? You could do a double shock for this entrance because it's a choke, right? So they're pushing in, they're clearing corners, they're clearing, they're starting to push in. You know, people are like swinging this way, while other people are swinging to the right, right, doing right, left peaks, and a lot of people are grouped up here because look how many angles you're exposed to. So there's multiple people in this area looking at different things. So it's not bad to do a double shock for here. So even though it's slow, it's better than nothing, right? Either use it now or use it for plant. Use arrow for A. This pretty much scans everything except behind generator. If I don't reveal anything, I do double shot behind you. Oh, like the Sinatra. The Sinatra lineup? Or is it like something similar? So he puts like his health bar in here. Does a 1 bar.
Scanning ahead.
I mean, you can make it faster. Like the lands here.
Revealing area.
This scans everything, right? Scans everything, and then he does a shock dart here, but you can make it double shock in there because that's the only place they can hide from. So his shock dart that he does for that is he does the recon,
Scanning ahead.
and then he like moves over here and he shocks that, and then you could just turn that into a double shock if you wanted to.
Shock dart.
So that one would have to go right. I don't know how you would stand. You have to like come up with something. Is that what you're talking about, Mitsuki?
Shock dart. Shock dart.
That one's a lot higher. Lower. Yeah. So I use that.
Shock
Where's
dart.
that go?
Revealing area.
Let me just recon it. So that hits like towards the back end.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Revealing area.
You would have to find around here. You would have to find a specific spot to stand though. So I'm like, if you go too close to the wall, it's hard to do it, I think.
Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Yeah. I think he does it away from the wall in this area.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Yeah, so depending how far down you go, you can make it land, I guess, anywhere in this section. I guess you would want it to land in the center, but if I'm thinking as a defender and a recon lands here I wanted to hide from, I would, because I can't peek left, right, because it's going to see me, I would move up to peek right. Correct? So if I'm here playing Gen, recon scans me, but I want to hide from it to be sneaky, I would come up so I can peek this to make sure they're not pushing in or to like, yeah. So I would want shock darts to land closer to this side as opposed to this side. So you could make them land like middle to here, which is sort of what they did. I don't remember the lineup. though. I remember the first one, but
Scanning ahead.
it's like around this area.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Yeah, I mean that would definitely kill a person anywhere from like here to here. BRs. Yeah, I was looking at analytics, and a lot of people from, I mean, basically all over the world. It's kind of cool how everyone loves Sova, and like Valorant's such a global game. Like people from the Philippines, India, the United States, of course, Europe, South America. Like everyone loves Sova. It's so cool. It's like the cool factor of pulling off lineups. That's why everyone loves him. And he's like such a high skill cap. Literally infinite. Like you'll never stop learning Sova. Like think about it. You can play Sova the next 50 years and there's always something to learn. Like you can make a stupid lineup to this little hole
Revealing
and it'd be
area.
like the most insane thing ever. But you know what? That's what makes them fun.
Revealing area.
Could you imagine? Like if door was closed?
Scanning ahead.
Yo, look at that. A fast recon
Scanning ahead.
behind door.
Revealing area.
Vietnam. Germany, Brazil. I'm in NA, but I work night shift, so I'm usually up early morning, which would be like evening for you guys. I guess it works out. I guess that's why a lot of people from other countries watch my stuff, because I usually post in off hours for United States. I usually post something before I go to bed, and then I like waking up to seeing people liking the video, or like they thought it was cool. I think my arrows are just like cool factor, right? I was upset. I worked on a lineup that is only mediocre. I saw Average Jonas. Saw one post like, I don't know how he did it.
Scanning ahead.
Right, this is like the fake recon to B, A to
Revealing
B.
area.
And he makes his land like here.
Revealing area.
So I was working on lineups because I thought about doing it from
Right
spawn, like how he saw in the video. Yeah, 500 sub. That's awesome, dude. You know what that means? I could do community posts now. YouTube is gonna update to change their 1,000 requirement to 500. I don't know if it's out yet, but that means I can do like polls and stuff for like what lineup you want to see next, or like maps, or. So I was making a lineup that is a fake recon. The only problem is if they're peeking mid, which is about 50-50 chance, then they'll see it. So it's more of a split recon. Let's say you're doing split push. Let's say you have a lurker
Right here.
B. I made two lineups that use, like one is you line up here with the green box. What I like about these recons is that you can't differentiate these from normal recons that you would shoot if you were playing B. So first one,
Scanning ahead.
I actually forget. Let's see if this works.
Scanning ahead.
Yeah, look where this lands. It lands like you can move. You can actually make it go a little bit more right than that.
Revealing area.
If like the YouTube video has it perfect. It lands like around this area,
Scanning ahead.
and that looks like a normal recon that you would shoot from here, right? So there's a couple you can do. Like the one I was using is like you line up in this wall, you look at this window. It's like the bounce diamonds like around there. I like this one because
Scanning ahead.
you can attack with it. It's slower. And it sees that and this, of course. But like the fake recons, you kind of want to make them look real. So the fake recon landed around that same spot. So if you had a cipher or a lurker, like a
Right here.
or whatever, playing B, you can use a recon that's actually useful other than just make it land random. Slightly right, I think.
Revealing area.
Yeah, I guess I have to go more right. I don't remember. I have so many lineups that's why every day I'm constantly like recapping on lineups that I've made. Huh. Oh wait, do I have to go left? Maybe I gotta go left, or do I go center?
Revealing area.
Maybe
Scanning
I was going the wrong direction, I think. Yeah, so I have to go slightly to the let me try. I don't see where I can change it. Alright, I'll just add you monitor. Alright, simple, you're a mod of the channel. See if you can post it. Just don't ban everyone. If it doesn't let you post it after making you mod, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube then. What am I doing? I'm looking up recons. I'm trying to make recons I've already made because I forget them. And I'm too lazy to look it up. Alright, I'm gonna have to look it up. Alright, so it was the bottom right. Bottom right.
Revealing area.
Alright, I took you off mod. You posted. Yeah, that was it. Only because I don't have anything set up for like how mods work or anything. I would have to look at all the chat settings. Not that I don't trust you. I just don't know what you can do. You can delete my channel for all I know. That would suck. Yeah, so that one lands more right, and it'll actually scan the person.
Right here.
Here. So, yeah, I was upset. I made like 2 cool recons that are fake. And someone made a better one. But then I was thinking about it. It's actually not too bad. The other one I made... Oh shit. Was it this? I think you gotta crouch.
Scanning ahead.
I have 2... yeah, this one lands tree. So like that's another recon that people use. I think the one in my YouTube, it lands a little bit better than that. It doesn't land to the left.
Scanning ahead.
But I kind of just guessed the lineup.
Revealing area.
So I have 2 fake ones that land. One
Scanning
like
ahead.
Here.
Revealing area.
And one around here.
Revealing area.
So they look convincing. right? Those are normal ones that people use. Like the tree one, people use to like, they'll shoot it over.
Scanning ahead.
And the other one that people use was Average Jonas's Recon.
Scanning ahead.
That one's kind of slow, but I mean, it gets the job done. Or the one I use a lot, which I saw a long time ago.
Revealing area.
I like that one. That one looks really good. Look at that, up in the corner. You ever entered Pimp My Lineup? Yeah, so I did a Pimp My Lineup. It was a troll one. It was, do you know his Fracture Double Shock that he got an ace clutch on? I made a lineup that kills him where he does the lineup from. And he laughed, but he didn't like that I wasted his time. So I gifted him 5 subs because I felt bad. I mean, I did it to be funny, but I don't know. He laughed, but at the same time, he was probably irritated. So I felt bad. But I did it as a joke, sort of. But I do have 2 better ones, like serious ones, that are like really complex. I'm gonna look at Simple's Recon or lineup. Wait, is that the right link? It doesn't let me see your link, Simple. I can show you the 2 flex my lineup I sent to Average Jonas. They're on different maps though. Simple, I think you linked me something from your YouTube studio. So it's not working unless the link got messed up. You can add me on Discord. Alright, I'm gonna put my Discord down and anyone can add me and send me lineups. There, that's my Discord. So if you want me to watch lineups, just send me the message. I think it's way better than trying to do it to this dumb chat system. Well, the only reason why I'm doing YouTube stream instead of Twitch stream is because people already have me. Yeah, you guys can add me or just send messages through Discord. If you want me to see a lineup. Can you guys even hear the music? It's just like instrumental metal. No, I don't have a server. I'm not big enough for a whole server. Plus, I don't have time to like manage it at all. But I am on all the cool Sova mains. I'm on Average Jonas's. I join. I'm on SnappyX and I'm on Zealous Bra. Yeah, I feel like Europeans and people from South America, like they appreciate metal more than United States. Yeah, I'm on Average Jonas, SnappyX, Zealous Bra. I went onto the the Reddit Sova Main Discord, but that one's dead, so I left it. I always post lineups on at least one of those. So you can actually find me on those servers if you don't want to search for me through the Discord adding system. I accepted someone's friend request, Khan Yugen. Kuyan. I have the worst pronunciation. Look, we're 3 mutual servers. Look, we got the top 3. Oh, that's you, Simple? Alright, I'm gonna put you as a note so I remember that you're Simple. I guess you can't do notes. I thought you could. Alright, who's Mr. Mombi? I'm guessing that's Mr. Mombi. Did I get that one right? Yeah, send me the lineups through Discord. Okay, so I lost track what I was doing. Let's see. Wait, did anyone have any more requests that I didn't do? Or I can't remember looking at chat of ones that... Double shot it to B main, okay. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Alright, I'm looking at Simple's lineup. This is mid-length to market.
Shock dart.
Oh, I like that one. Because a lot of people hold there, especially operators.
Shock
2
dart.
bar. 1 bar. No, jump and tap. Dude, I subscribed and liked your video. I'm gonna add that to need to know. I'm gonna actually try it. But I have a whole bookmarking system. Maybe I can open up my webpage to actually show you. I'm trying to make a scene into OBS so you can see what I'm saying. Do you get stuck in here? So do you like line up this with that?
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
So you have to do like a second delay. Damn, first try. Can I pimp it? Oh god. I'm stealing Average Jonas's content. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I might get like copyright striked. Can I pimp it? Am I allowed to pimp it? So what would I change about this? Well, you can't do it at the start of the round. So can we do the same lineup but from the start of the round? I mean, there's no problem with not doing it at the start. It's not like you're not safe. There's no way that they're pushed up to here. So this would be for like your team. Let's say there's times where I'll go mid a lot and they push through B. I like taking this. Like there's the Average Jones lineup. That's a slow one.
Revealing area.
Is it 2 bar or 3 bar? I forget.
Scanning
3
ahead.
bar. So by the time you shot it and you're running it up, people have this smoked off usually. So now you gotta clear this stuff. It lands like in the center to catch people holding here. So maybe you can combo that recon with your shock darts, because if you're already going that way, because you're shooting a pizza mid-market recon, that actually might be good. So let's say you're doing the Average Jonas lineup.
Revealing area.
Right, you're running out with it. Like, they have this smoked off. You don't need to worry about it. But you're going here anyway. I wonder how the timing works. It's definitely... I'm trying to think. I think... Will they turn around though? Say if you shoot at that recon and you're trying to shock them there, maybe you have to come up with a different...
Shock dart. Shock dart.
Maybe you gotta come up with a different recon to... I messed up. But maybe you gotta come up with a different recon to complement this. Because if I'm here and that recon lands behind me and I gotta shoot it, what do you think this person's thinking? Oh, you like lurking? That's good. The Plat Sova. Oh, okay. So you like lurking into mid? Or do you like wait for them to flank? Or do you like killing off their flankers? I mean, there's nothing wrong with this lineup. Wait, what is this thing that's on? How far? Oh, you go over right here.
Scanning ahead.
Are you using like the second charge bar?
Revealing area.
I did it wrong.
Revealing area.
Okay. I think I did it right now. Okay, so line up this with that. Put the second charge bar on this corner.
Scanning
Bar.
ahead. Scanning ahead.
Yeah, I saw the jet nerf. Maybe I messed that one up. That one, I think I need to go lower. You place yourself with the brick thingy. This right here. The jet nerf. I mean, I'm happy since I don't play jet. Like, I can't complain. I mean, it was kind of crazy how easy it was just to right-click a bunch of people. Is this what you line up with? And then...
Revealing area.
downward.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead. Scanning ahead.
Okay. Line up with this. Where do you line up the second one? Because I was just doing it by crosshair.
Revealing area.
You go like around here, right?
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
I need to delay it, otherwise.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
What am I doing wrong?
Scanning ahead. Revealing area. Revealing area.
More left.
Scanning ahead.
Okay. See if I can do it together.
Shock dart.
Fuck. So I need to come up with something that's more consistent because I totally forgot what it was as I was doing it. Maybe I'll just aim for this part. What happens if I do that? The little like gap in the cloud.
Scanning ahead.
Go down. Alright, the bottom of this gap.
Revealing area.
Maybe I'm shooting it into the wrong hole.
Scanning ahead.
I mean, it's the same hole. I think that's how you did it. I was watching the video. I like it. I need to remember this. I need to add this to my things to learn. Like my rotation of like lineups to do.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
I forgot about the delay. It's like a 1 second delay. That's probably what I'll forget each time. But as long as they land there, it'll clear it for your team.
Revealing area. Scanning ahead.
Oh, I didn't jump high enough, or I did it too late. I think that's what it was.
Revealing area. Revealing area.
That was pretty close. Two seconds delay. Alright, I'll count 2 seconds in my head.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Damn. Jet mains be scared. Although they like to op from here, which is really fucking annoying. But there's a lot of people who play here too. Like smokers.
Right here.
Brimstone likes to play here. Omen, so they can smoke both sides.
Right here.
Yeah, 2 seconds was good. Alright, I'm adding this to my bookmarks, this lineup. Yeah, it's really good. I don't even need to pimp it. Like, it does what it's supposed to. Like, yeah, you can make ones that like land there from farther away, but they would just like if I would do it from here to land in there, you would be like in this area. You would use it, but it would take slower versus running there and it'd be faster. So it's kind of like the same thing. There's no reason. The only way I would make them from this area versus here is if I wanted to go through this site instead.
Right here.
If I like had to go through B main for whatever reason. Let's see if I can remember. Alright, this is real game. First try. What is this? What is this lineup? I don't remember. 2.
Shock dart.
I don't know if I jumped high enough. Alright, the delay was off, but I did it. That was real live combat scenario. Yeah, it's easy to remember. Other than the delay, but that always gets me. Like that could just be me. For 3-bar, 2-bar, I'm so used to doing it.
Area.
Like I know it's 4 seconds, right?
Scanning ahead.
So that one I'm used to, but there's a couple lineups that have a delay that I have to remember. Like random 1 or 2 seconds. There was a lineup like this for your team.
Scanning
You know
ahead.
how like you're playing mid? Okay, that's not it. Let me think. I think it was to the left.
Revealing area.
Oh, holy shit. This is like a really old lineup.
Revealing area.
Is it under?
Scanning ahead.
No. Maybe it was this.
Scanning ahead.
Alright, here it is. Simple, this one's for you. Since you like to play this a lot and like that's smoked, right? Because it's usually smoked a lot. You aim at this lamp. You turn left. Look left.
Revealing area.
It lands on the spot for them to push. So it clears out this, and of course, like the common arrow that lands here. But that's from doing it
Right
mid-link. You could probably find a safe version, like if you like.
Scanning ahead.
It might be too slow, but it's useful if this is smoked, which is a big if.
Revealing area.
I don't know why I remember that lineup. I think I've used that a couple times, but I usually forget it. Like, it's crazy when the more areas you know, like, you'll forget some until you'll randomly remember them, like just talking about lineups. Let's go back to what I was working on before this all started. I bet it's gonna kick me out soon. I moved my other computer over to the spot. What happened to the spike?
30 seconds left.
What do you say, drone? Ready to stretch your wings? Eyes on target. Spike drop. Found them.
Alright, this is the first one.
Revealing area. Revealing area. Stop. There they are.
This is for the defender when they have it planted, the attackers planted it. And I need it defused, and it's like a 1v1 or 1v2 scenario. And my enemy team is, my teammate's calling A main. Like, doors closed, I know they can't be over there. And like, I already cleared this out.
Shock dart.
So you're going in, you peek it, you
I have
tap,
the spike.
and then this is to kill their peak. This is what I was working on. At first, I tried it from heaven, but the timing, like I was doing a 3-bar, 2-bar, to where, well, let me reset my other guy. So what I was doing before was, I was in this, right, and then I was putting it like here, 3-barring it.
Scanning ahead.
I'm like,
Scanning
2-barring
ahead.
it or something. But this would be like, you know, they're playing A main. They're not right there right now, but by the time you tap it, the timing would work out. Like they would peak, but it was a little bit too fast for the run, because when you're up here, you definitely need to clear it. Like you can't just like come running in, right? You definitely need to make sure they're not looking at you. And then when you drop, you don't want to run left because then they can see you, so you want to come right. And then before you go tap bomb, you want to peek it again to make sure they're not looking at you again, and then you go for the defuse. So I was trying to do that, but it was just, it didn't work out.
Shock dart.
Because look, if you peek this, keep going, come down, peek this, you don't get to the bomb fast enough to tap it. Like it's too quick. So you have to do it closer. So this is where the new lineup is from. I mean, that's still viable. Like it still kills people that, let's say it's 2v1, right? And before your teammate even makes it to the bomb, let's say like they're rotating
right
through here, or like they're behind you. Technically, you could shoot that. Let's say like he's coming through,
Right
your
here.
teammate's coming through tree. Like you could shoot this, and then like he's tapping it, and you're holding from heaven while he's sticking the bomb. Technically, it's still viable, but it's not a 1v1 scenario. That's like multiple people, and you would have to coordinate with like, oh, you tap the bomb, I'll hold it. So I guess that's still usable from heaven. I'll have to save that in my mind in case I'm ever in a scenario where I want to kill someone peeking bomb. But what I'm trying to do is like the 1v1 clutches. So here, look up,
Shock dart.
tap bomb. So technically I could just run up after that. I don't need to. I'm just thinking in my head what I
Shock
want to
dart.
do. Peek, tap. And you could use that with another person. Like, you don't have to be the one. Let's say they're playing here, they're coming from tree, and we know a guy's there holding it, like ready to kill us. You could do this lineup and then just swing out this way. So you have a better chance of seeing him first, because the
Right
farther away you are from the angle.
Right here.
So this is like 26 meters, and from this wall to here is 6.
Right here.
So technically you should be able to see him first, since you're farther away from the angle if you play left instead of going right. But that's like a 2v1 setup. But yeah, like the lineup's done. Killing the peeker for bomb defusal. It's better than not using them, right? It's better than just having them sit in your inventory, you could say. Like, yeah, you could shoot random ones, but why not have ones that have purpose and timing and are precise? Because you don't want to have your shock dart out, right, when your guy's tapping the defuse. You don't want to be stuck with your. So the idea is you shoot this before you tap. That way you know he's definitely. You peek, go in for it. 2 bar.
Shock dart.
1 bar.
Shock dart.
You're holding here now, and then your buddy has already tapped it. So even if you miss your shots, right? No one's perfect. You're not gonna always hit my shots. You have a backup. Let's say he kills you, because right, you're the first one. You're the first one he's gonna see, not the diffuser. So. Get out of the way. Right? So, if you have a buddy that's tapping it, and after you do the shocks, and you swing this way, he's going to see you first. So you have a chance to the 1v1 duel. So if you miss, you have your like backup shocks that are coming down to land on his head. It's like a lifesaver right there. Match winner. Think how clutch that would be. Imagine if you, like I said earlier, imagine if you did these shocks and just did this. you're just defusing it while looking down, and it kills them. Like how OP or how funny would that be? If you don't even look, you're just like looking at the ground. Like you don't even tap it. You're just the idea scenario is if you have enough time, you don't stick it, right? So if the bomb is here planted and the shocks are coming down,
Shock dart.
you tap it. Oh, I got kicked out. But you would want to tap it instead of sticking it if you have time. But let's say you have to stick it, otherwise it explodes if you don't stick it. Then you have a double shocks that can kill that the peaker. I got like a half hour in me before I have to go to bed. Someone said about what lineups, like for pimp my lineup or like flex my lineup. Mr. Mombi, I think you said about if I ever did flex my lineup, pimp my lineup. I sent one in. It was a troll one, so he wasn't like too thrilled about it. But I have two that are from two different maps. One's from Bind. This is like the biggest flex I've ever seen. I have a YouTube video that I showed. It's the most difficult and situational lineup I've ever made. And I've actually never used it in a map yet because I haven't had the scenario pop up. But then again, I don't play crazy
Wherever
amounts
they run, I will find
because I
them.
work full time. Let me go to it. It's kind of cool. Like the bounces are crazy. That's why I think he'll like it because of how difficult it is. But of course, it's like super situational.
My ult is ready.
Alright, I need to move people into position. Alright, so sometimes Sova's flank, right? There's times where we flank from B, but most of the times we're rotating through CT. So this is the scenario in my head, I guess. Well, they added this. This is new. So you can't wallbang here? Or like this you can still do. But I guess it's to protect the planner from... I didn't think you could shoot through two boxes anyway. I know you can shoot through this, right? Already. Why did they add... Why did they add this? Maybe you could shoot through two boxes. Like, let's say you cleared out, hey, bottom fragger.
Right here.
Let's say you cleared out lamps and you know the bomb is planted
Right here.
a bath. This is the lineup I put in for flex my lineup. It's so hard that I probably can't get it
Revealing area.
first try.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, it hit this.
Found
So-
them.
This is supposed to bounce, and it lands
Scanning ahead.
there.
Found them.
So the 2 shock darts land on this guy. So what this guy is doing is this is a post plant. And so bomb is here, and what you can actually do, if I'm going for the diffuse, let me go for the other guy. Let me turn off invulnerability. Yeah. So you can shoot like anywhere through this area to hit the guy diffusing. Right? So the lineup that I made kills the wall banger. It's like a post plant, anti wall bang, triple box, defender, double shock. It's like a stupid long name for something that's super specific. Because it's safer to wall bang the planner, the diffuser I mean, than to peek him. Because he could be faking it. Especially if there's 2 people. One person could be holding the angle. The other person could be like spamming this wall. Oh, you remember this one? I didn't think anyone liked it. I mean, I knew people liked it, but it was just ultra specific. I made it as a flex lineup. Like this was meant for flex lineup. But what's really hard about this is where you have to aim. So how I remember it is like the bottom right HUD line in this corner. But it has to be super specific.
Revealing area.
Scanning ahead.
So if it's hitting here, this is telling
There
me
they are.
I need to move it slightly to the right. I did the same thing twice. When I made the lineup, I wasn't getting it every time. It took me like 20 minutes to remember how to do it. So how I'm thinking is when I'm aiming is you see this line goes up and down, and then this one goes like at an angle. So you need to go the tip of the bottom right hand line to go up, but it needs to go slightly right. And at the same time, the width of the line has to. You might not be able to see it at the resolution that I'm streaming at, because I'm playing it at 1440, but the stream is 1920, or at least it should be. So it's easier to see all these pixels when you're at a higher resolution. That's why even though it's lower FPS, I like playing at high res for like crazy lineups. Let's see if I did it this time. Yeah, where the fuck did that go? That almost shock darted myself. Could you imagine if I did this lineup and I was running over to defuse and it kills me? That would be hilarious. So I had to put that. Okay. Yeah, I'm always looking at lineups that people make on Average Jonas's and SnappyX and Zealous Bra. You can also send it to my Discord. Yo, message me in Discord. Like, you can find my name through the channels of the lineup, because other people were sending me.
Shock dart.
Yeah, this one isn't supposed to be serious.
Shock dart.
I just want. This is like the flex lineup. If I can pull it off. Nope. See, look, I did the first one, but not the second one. The second one's supposed to be easier. This lineup took me 4 hours to make. I'm not even joking now. And I'll probably never get a kill with it, but you know what? Oh, it hit this thing again. I didn't go right enough.
Trick shot. It was you or me.
Damn, now this is frustrating. I should take a screenshot when I do get it of when of what it looks like the exact pixel.
Shock dart.
It's literally if you're a pixel away, it doesn't work. See how that bounced over here? It's gonna kill me. Bang! I died. That one fucked up. I don't know what the fuck happened to that one. Oh, it bounced. So how it works is it bounces like this.
Revealing area.
Like sort of like that. So what happened was it went back here.
Revealing
I went too
area.
far left. I think that's what I need to do if I actually want to use it. I need to take screenshots of how it needs to exactly look. Or find like a better reference point. Oh, you actually attempted it? I didn't. I should have put a disclaimer. Do not attempt. It will drive you insane. I should have put a disclaimer. There was a time where I did it like 3 in a row. What? The first one? Yo, I'm getting consistent with the first one. And now I'm fucking up the second one. Maybe it's... Yo, maybe I'm pulling out... You know how like the glitch where if you pull out your stuff after you're in the corner, it moves you over? Maybe... Maybe that's what it is.
Shock dart.
Please work. Fucking A.
Shock dart.
It's like some monster Frankenstein creation that I've made that I can't. Yes! Yes! Alright, now I need to do it for real. Okay, this is a real game. Alright, I'm here for some reason. You know, I flanked all the way around. They teleported and they planted. Alright. Oh shoot, I forget. What is it? This is real life scenario. Here we go.
Shock dart.
Oh shit, I'm fucking it up.
Shock dart.
Okay, I'm running knife out. Peeking. Oh, he wasn't there, I didn't see him. I fucked it up. Where did the other one go? Oh, it killed me. Why is he standing here? I shouldn't be able to see him. Let's see. Yeah, right there. It'll still kill them here. I don't know why. Because in the video, I was shooting from a wallbang spot, and in the video, I didn't see them when I crossed over. So I know it wasn't like a fake lineup. I tap. Yeah, I need to work the first one. It's bouncing off of this curved shape, so it's like literally impossible to get perfect. It's not impossible, I can do it, but what's hard is it shoots through these two cracks. So what it's doing, it's hitting like this right edge. But but then when I make it like a pixel over, or at least try to, it'll bounce off and do a crazy bounce. Bottom. Did you see the dirty elbow? Like my most popular video?
Shock dart.
I should probably watch my video on how I did it. That would probably help.